I decided it was time for an update on Sandy, the teleporter. Yeah, we've named it. I've learned a little bit more. Haven't really found anything about manuals or anything, but I crawled up under here, and I think I showed this in the last video. There's a number right there on that axle. I went and looked at the axle on my backhoe, and it has the exact same numbers. So this axle is the same as in a Ford 555A, which means I can get brakes for it. So we're going to be getting brakes for this thing. Besides that, we've also had some storms, so we got some trees attacking it, but I changed the oil. So I don't know how many gallons this sump holds. I bet George knows though. Hi George. What are you doing? You coming to play in oil? Are you actually a white cat and you've just spent so much time around me that all the oil has rubbed off on you? No comment. These right here are the absolute best oil filter wrench you'll ever use. I've not once had an oil filter that I could not remove with one of these things. There we go. Probably a little bit overkill there to put an XP filter on this. I've also fixed the steering. So, interesting fact, with the way this steering system is all set up, and I'm sad I didn't get any footage of this because it was interesting, but this has a hydraulic pump here like any other power steering system, but since there's nothing running to the steering wheel other than hoses, so when you turn it, you're turning a hydraulic valve, that's all it is, and there was air through the entire system, so I couldn't bleed it with the wheels on the ground. So I actually got and brought the backhoe back behind this thing and picked it up with this thing. I put the front bucket of the backhoe right under there and picked the whole teleporter off the ground, the back end anyways, and then I started the teleporter, filled that reservoir and turned it back and forth, and the reservoir emptied, and kept refilling the reservoir and turning it back and forth with the wheels off the ground, and eventually the steering freed up. It stopped doing the jerky wheel thing, and it steers now. I also found, which I do have some footage of some of this stuff, these nuts were loose. So I suspect I may have found the source of the steering wander here. The other side looks just about the same. Obviously not terribly tight, and no matter what I do, I can't seem to budge it to loosen or tighten, so this is something that we're going to come back to another time, I guess. This one still doesn't look super healthy, but it's something's either bent or wrong under here, I don't know 100%, and I've got some hoses under there that need to be addressed, and I've discovered that the radiator leaks, so we're going to be getting a new radiator for it, but all in all, it runs so nice, and I thought I'd start it up and run it for a minute and show you guys how everything works on this rig. here is our little Ford 4-cylinder diesel. Right up here, you can see where the radiator's leaking. It's just seeping out where it's kind of corroded a bit there on the top. But runs happy as can be. Since you saw last, I got caps for all our oil fillers, and of course changed the oil like I said. The diesel tank still doesn't have a cap because I can't find a cap that fits this thing. I bought one that looked right, but it wasn't right. Not half bad, huh? It'll need a little work. I have to do some brakes, get a radiator, and fix up the other few little issues it's got, but all in all, it runs pretty nice. Starts up easy, as you saw. So, stick around and you'll get to see each step as we make more progress, doing the brakes, doing the radiator, all that kind of stuff, and see what this thing ends up turning into. Thanks for watching.